bad manners to speak with food in our mouth. I've been made. Deal cards, swing shift, so I still get some decent rest. But I don't stress much. Keeps me from gambling. And since I work nights, I'm able to attend a lot of over-the-board chess events. Most importantly, as I've mentioned in previous streams, dealing cards is a great warm-up. It likely works the same parts of our brain. How could it not? It's counting, it's reacting, it's pattern recognition. Of course, when my table is dead, I watch St. Louis Cardinals and St. Louis Blues hockey highlights. Last night we played the Yankees. Didn't go well. The Yankees have a really good core. Core of their lineup is elite. I don't follow baseball much anymore, aside from the Cardinals. But you'll see hitters on deck, possibly using a donut or just getting their timing down. It's not real. They're not swinging as hard as they can. They're not burning themselves out. They're just getting ready. And that's how I view dealing cards, as a warm-up for chess. Total accident. That needed to move to St. Louis. Saw table games dealing school on LinkedIn. That'll work. Don't have any connections in chess. And now I have a few acquaintances I like to chat with about my battles. But overall, I'm going to do this anyway. I'm a weird type of loyal. Some of it's my nature, and some of it is I work in the corporate world. Pros and cons to everything. I'm not perfect. But I like to test. And I got all of my access ripped away during COVID lockdown. So I really like to test. Not in a mean or manipulative manner. But I like to test. What's that song? Chivalry is dead, but you're still kind of cute. Hey, I can't keep my mind off you. Where you at? Do you mind if I come through? I'm out of this world. Come up into my planet. Ain't you on my level? Do you think that you can handle it? They call me Tom, but this last name's Crown. Recognize game. I'm gonna lay my style. Pay attention to me. I don't talk for my health. I want you on my team. So does everybody else. Shh, baby, we can keep it on the low. Let your guard down. Ain't nobody. No, if you were the girl to a place we could go. What kind of girl do you take me for? Promiscuous girl. Whatever you want. I'm all alone, and it's you that I want. Promiscuous boy, running the same, so you don't gotta play games no more. As Nelly Furtado says, chivalry is dead, but you're still kind of cute. I'm interested. But don't tease me. Don't tease me and don't court me either. Now, my approach. I'm a little bit eager. What's he doing? Probably needs a job. Fuck you. I play my guitar on the street corner outside Busch Stadium, baby, for tips. Before I ever begged anyone for anything. Vetoed, written off, bye-bye forever. He was all about it. Yeah, it's going to be awkward because my whole content is me climbing online chess mountain. And the Hans Niemann stuff is the ugliest thing in the world. There is no excuse. A big attraction or a big draw chess offers me is the chance to try to be perfect. I can try to be perfect. No one's ever going to be perfect.
I saw a Jordan Peterson interview where JP mentioned it's not bad things that traumatize a person to the point some never recover. It's malevolence, I believe was the word Jordan Peterson used. He's smarter than me and more qualified to speak on the topic of the human brain. But he's right. I can think of times I've accidentally hurt people and times I've accidentally been hurt. I forgave them. In some cases, I reached out, even if I didn't explain why I was doing it or whether I thought they were totally wrong. I was forgiving them for my sake because they weren't bad people. They messed up. But if someone has intent to harm, it's not even what they did. It's that fuck. You see how a human can hate another human and just want harm. And that was the corporate world for me. That was the worst part of it. And you'd think it'd be better because their intent is not bad. They're just protecting their company. No, it's even worse because I understand they're just playing the system and they're not bad people. I met their kids, gave some of their kids candy on Halloween, dressed up for holidays. Saw them at sports games. But then you understand, okay, they're kind of robots, and if the system changes in a way that's not good for me or they can benefit by hurting me, you see how good people can flip, like the Purge. It fucked me up pretty bad. I'm pretty much recovering now. But what hurt the most was being so close and having so much to say. That's why I'm on YouTube now. And watching you walk away and never knowing, not seeing that loving you is what I was trying to do, and not seeing. I gotta stop doing this. I'm tired. But in the corporate world, because most companies are so big, just roll your eyes. Man, we made mistakes. Budget in losses at the beginning of each fiscal year. All right, we focus on business. Fuck that person. Past is in the past. Junior Seau's suicide and several other football players suffered from, what is it, CTE? Say, we wish that wouldn't have happened. We can go back, we change it. But there's never any punishment. There's never intent to be perfect. And in chess, there is. And I'll do that alone. I don't want any control. I don't want anyone taking credit. I moved to St. Louis alone. I've mostly figured out chess to the level where I'm at alone. And a very small percentage, have not been kind to me. Went out of their way to follow and unfollow on Instagram. Let's do little chicken shit things like that are just, okay, it's your deal. Women in chess. Get away from me. I don't know you a damn thing. You never would have played at your parents, not hand you a chess. Beside the point. But the Hans Niemann thing is the epitome of everything that's unforgivable. It's not a mistake. It's not, I've got issues too. It's unforgivable. It'll be awkward. I'm just going to climb Chess Mountain. Be one of the better players on the platform. 2 have not played as a kid. And I'll grow their game. I'll make them a lot of money. And I want nothing to do with it. It's my type of loyal. I'm all about it until I'm not. I'm ready to marry Alexander Botes until she blocked me on Twitch chat for offering to teach her sister piano. And many men were saying much more ridiculous things. It's a joke. Take a joke. Nope. I don't play games except for chess. All about it until I'm not. And then you find out who people really are. Not saying they're all bad people, but they're not people I want anything to do with as far as the chess business side. Now, I like a lot of the players at my level and slightly above. They've helped me. They've been kind to me. And I have a few friends. But I'm too old for bullshit. And I would deal cards anyway, like I said. Okay, I'm in 1939, which is literally 100 points from my peak. for me to respond to those challenges. Playing pretty sloppy, but we're going to fix that right now. I killed my win streak, of course, playing at work, but I think I got it up to 10 or 11. Let's off with the nice Caro Con. Let's move. An incompetent chess athlete would make. All right, slow it down. Slow it down just to start. A little bit faster. I need to keep some pawns together. So much for that. I gotta move my shit, so I don't want to do that. All right, let's play chess. I just want that option. I gotta move my knight somewhere. I'm a little bit cramped. I don't like it. So can't go there. Runs into that. I'm pretty much limited to there, I guess. Not looking pretty for me. Huh. Idiot. See, I'm not wasting my time. I'm gonna go get rested for over the board. That's just a fucking joke. That's the top 0.7 percentile of online athletes in the world. That's a scam. I'm pissed. See, and I'm developing such awful habits because, well, I've been playing a lot of Bullet, so stuff like that might actually work in Bullet because it's so fast. Goddamn. Winning never felt so lazy. Bullshit. Bullshit. Long shift. I'm back down to 215 pounds. I'll go with 210 by the end of summer. I'll never follow those fitness gurus. I don't give a shit. I'm 30. I like to be able to knuckle basketball. but I'm slightly past the man's physical prime, and I don't have the time I used to just train, go hard in the weight room, into rock climbing a little bit, but I'm not built for that. I'm too tall. So get down to 210 pounds, and then in the fall, where it's not so hot, I can run my dog all around town. I'm going to really, really get in good shape. Mostly for chess. I want to play good chess. I'll be in good shape for that. It's a mental game with some physical components. Even in grandmasters, take their physical fitness very seriously, I've read. I don't know what they do exactly. I just know it matters. So then by the time winter comes around, I will have really got my weight down, and since I won't be able to run outside, I'll see how my body reacts to weight training for the first time since basically I was a kid. I haven't taken this seriously in a long time. So if my back doesn't break, I'll start putting on some weight again. But I got to lose that weight. I got up to, I think the heaviest I weighed was in the low 230s. That's not good. Before I got older, started working, which I didn't put on that much weight while I worked because you don't do crap at corporate. I played a lot of racquetball. I don't know. I don't know when Jim sleeps. I don't know. He's working all the time. No, he's fucking not. We were playing racquetball. Nice PowerPoint presentation. You'll get promoted as long as you don't look too fake. God. I guess it was that time after COVID lockdown. I kind of had an initial burst of motivation to work out when COVID happened. I got in really good shape, actually. Then after that faded, put on way too much weight. So I starved myself. I starved myself for a lot of the summer. Hence the carrot diet. Now I'm going to start running. I'd like to take my dog and run at least a 5K while she's young. Me and Nova are kind of in that same phase of life. So, of course, hers is accelerated due to dog years, and she'll become an old woman while I'm still in my prime. But right now, Nova's 5. So she's got, 3 to 4 pretty good years where she can run with me left, and then I'll have to carry her large ass. But for the next, when does a man's prime end? I don't know. Let's go. I would say like 20s. I would say like 27 to 29. But when Steph Curry's training for his 17th season? He's 37 years old. I wish he'd play one more Olympic game. I know he could, but he won't. Killed it in the last one. Right up into the sunset like a hero. Never see another shooter like that, but he's still quick and stuff. He said he gets tired faster, but he's still as explosive as he used to be, pretty much. So let's say 35. Until I start to feel like I'm losing energy and some physical ability, just because that's an indication I'm getting older if I'm losing physical strength. I'll settle down, try to find a wife. If I haven't made it as a chess player, not a content creator, I'm not doing this shit anymore. Blunder and stupid things. Develop bad habits playing bullet. Like, why would I play that move? Why would I play that pawn move? Because it works in bullet chess against bad players. 2000's a bad player online. Play bad player. 2,000 over the board player is a good player. 1,800 over the board is a good player. I wish I had the money. I would go to rated games tonight, dangling however much money it takes. And I would say, everyone who's not playing online chess daily, there's this much money if you reach whatever rating is reasonable based on your over-the-board ability. So if you're 1,800, I would say 2,200 online. So I need you to do that and you get the money. I would bribe the shit out of people because I want to know. I know the over-the-board numbers are accurate. That's a legitimate indicator of one's chess ability. It's an over-the-board rating. Just so I can prove that online is a scam. It's a scam that I need. I'm dependent. It's an abusive relationship. I don't know who's being abused exactly, but we'll say it's me. So I can get sympathy. I started my chess journey online. Literally didn't know how the pieces move. So all my reference games are online. Of course, I never intended to play over the board. My hometown of Springfield, Missouri has a senior center. Missouri State, my alma mater, just now got their chess team back, and I hope it sticks. Go Chess Bears. I figured I'd do online stuff, maybe get a job. At that point, I just knew I needed some objective stuff after corporate. Too much politics. I might have found the wrong field. But I ended up finding out St. Louis had a legitimate or world-class even facility. Hello, viewer. Oh, that's close to home-ish. Let's just move. That's how I am. I'll just show up places. You don't have to tell me shit. And if I'm lazy. I'm sarcastic, but I'll get the shit done if I say I will. So, it's the best thing about not having a job like I expected when I was studying in college. Those types of big boy white collar jobs, and that report, that code review, name your task will be done 10 a.m. Thursday. And then someone's going to check, whoever needed it. Hey, that report or that access, you submit that role request. And God damn it, I told you I would do it at this time. Did I not? Yeah, you told me 10 a.m. Thursday. That's why I'm following up Wednesday before we leave. What the fuck are you talking about? I told you it'd be done. I wrote it down. Stop. It's over. And if I start forgetting things, or if I don't follow through on my commitments, you can check with me like I'm a toddler. But I'm done with you now. I don't care who you are. I can't handle you. I am. Hello, other viewer. You want to remind me what I was talking about? I've dealt cards for about 8 hours. Played chess in between and before. Don't sleep much. Oh yeah, I just show up places. Hello. Dayton said he was going to build a chess army. He's losing his mind. I sent two of my better friends who I used to disc golf with. They got married. The final text during COVID. They knew I was getting into chess. I sent them goofy Snapchats and stuff. And I think I mentioned to them I was thinking about doing this shit for a living. I'm going to try it. And of course, like every man or woman who comes from a family that worked traditional jobs and has been on that path so far, when you hear him say that, it's like, yeah, I remember when I was in college, I talked about, selling all my stuff and backpacking across Europe or being a musician. And of course, reality hit. And I knew that wasn't a safe bet. And so I sent on my YouTube channel, said, guys, I'm out. I'm a ghost. I'm building a chess dynasty, my friends. Take all that time I used to disc golf. I'm going to put it into chess. And I said, like any controversial pursuit, against all odds. And I talk like this to my friends. So I tell them, don't text me back anymore. Like any controversial pursuit against the odds, I might not be liked by everyone. So, if enemies shall try to stop me on my quest, or even worse, take away my life, just know I died happily, pursuing my dreams, chasing a better tomorrow, and proving important points about the adaptability of the adult brain. I'll miss you both. That's the last text they got from me. That was 4 years ago. Okay, he might actually be doing some shit. Check on him. Sure enough, there's a YouTube channel. Yeah, the video's interesting. It's getting better. You gotta write longhand letters that are very wordy and sign your name. Then deliver them via a carrier pigeon, like in Harry Potter, if you want people to take you seriously. He's not gonna start that business. 1995. Jeff Bezos. Yeah, he's got this hedge fund job. He's going to quit. Bullshit. We all talk about how cool it'd be to start our own business, but this is safe. And Jeff's like, I'm doing it, guys. I'm out. Nah. But had Bezos delivered his 2-week notice via carrier pigeon, instead of all the backlash, hey, this would be a good idea for someone who didn't have a good job. Okay. Pretty risky. The internet might be the future, but don't do that. You're married, man. But had Jeff delivered that same notice via carrier pigeon, all of his friends and work colleagues immediately would have said, Jeff's fucking starting Amazon, and it's going to work. I got that idea. I think it was a Facebook outage during COVID lockdown. And like I said, I like to be dramatic. So I snapped a few of my friends. Hey, if our snaps stop going through, I need your addresses so I can train a carrier pigeon and we'll communicate during COVID lockdown that way. They complied. I wrote the letters, but I never got the carrier pigeon, which is the more complicated component of that puzzle. Sun's coming up. I gotta go walk. It's so peaceful. I never thought I could live in a big city, which St. Louis is not a big city, but it's a big city. I think it's about the 25th largest in America, if I'm not mistaken. But city life is the way to do things if you're willing to do everything at odd times. I grocery shop at this time if I need to grocery shop. I eat lunch at 2 p.m. or 10:30 a.m. I sleep, well, usually after my walk, after the sun starts to come up. And I've found that a casino is kind of like coffee. I've never had a job like that. The closest thing I can remember is JCPenney during holiday season. I did that during my junior year of college, probably. But it wasn't fun. It was just hectic, which keeps you on your toes. But casino life, I don't drink, but if I got really drunk, didn't sleep for 2 days, played a chess tournament, just mentally exhausted, I can't even drive to work hardly. I've never been to that point. Let's say I had to take an Uber to work. I'm so tired. If I can make it to the casino floor and clock in on time, I'm awake. It doesn't matter what happened the previous night or week or what stresses in my life. If I can make it to work, the lights, the slot machines, the energy, the celebrations. Do they want a blackjack? Is it their first blackjack, or do they just want a jackpot? I don't even know. But there's excitement. If I can make it there, I'm awake, man. It's so exhilarating. And since I don't really need to be rested, I just need to, lock in for a shift at a time, which is easy. I've been sleeping in waves. So instead of 6 or 8 hours of sleep a night, I might stay up and play chess all night. I might pet my dog. I might do whatever I want. And then I'll sleep for 2 days straight. It works for me while I'm young, at least, until my body collapses and it all catches up to me. Okay. I'm signing out. I'm really upset about that just horrendous beginner level chess play by the opponent and myself for that matter, but I got the victory. So I'm going to gloat like the champ I am, regardless of how it happens. And I'm probably going to go play over the board chess here in about, what is that, 5, 6, about 8 hours. If I don't play over the board, then I'm going to rest up and I'm going to take my dog to daycare next Friday. That way I can be rested for Saturday rated games because that's a better time control. It's longer time control. But I'm likely going to end up playing chess today. Real chess. Stupid moves. It's only stupid if it doesn't work, right? Just spit up carrot. I'm so disgusted by the enemy's play. Piss poor. Respond to my daily challenges super quickly. Big Jake. Nope. I told you can't do that. Well, I told you over the computer when you weren't listening. So I guess I was talking to myself, huh? Discoveries, man. Discovery. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. What am I talking about? I'm just calculate it. Because you can still go there. So then the king's going to go there. Well, no, I'm good. Okay, so here. And then, of course, I have 2 rooks hitting that. And you can't go there with your king to protect it, so you'd have to try to go there. But then when you go there, I'll go there, over there, separating it. Let's see, slide there. Okay, so over here, you're in check. You'll take, then I'll take. And then I'll have a bishop and a rook. Nobody likes you. Oh, this is my chess army. Sorry, I don't need to be talking crap. Everybody likes you. Because I'm going to have to take it. Then I go there. The pawn. More likely I go here. Protect the pawn. You just defend it. I'll have no pressure there. So I can definitely slide around that. So I didn't look at, I can go there. And then anything you do, I can come here, which is kind of annoying for you. Because anything you do to defend, you'd have to use your knight to defend because I go there. Thing is, if that opens up, then I can't react that way. I'd be completely fucked. So if that, to prevent that, I basically have to go there. And my queen has moved to slide, and then you can add more pressure. But that's not a huge problem because then I can actually do something about this giant weakness. Huh. So I don't take the bishop first. I have to basically go there, which is not a bad move. It doesn't look like. Now, because if I go here, you should just take. But then I'm hard pressed to do that because the bishop will be protecting the rook. So that's not a good move. I'm going to eliminate that option. Can't take it. So you'd want to slide there, and then I can't push or discover. There's no silly shit there. This is how you would overthink a pretty simple decision. So we're here, and we can protect it that way. And that knight has a nice outpost, at least for the time being. All right, cool. And you can't push there to have any options to get your queen involved. Yeah. I hate the conditional moves. I don't even fully understand what they're doing. I don't understand how they set that up. It's another. I'm not going to play. If you make a conditional move against me, I'm not challenging you ever again. I'm serious. I'm serious about this. I just don't like it. So now I was here. But I can't do that because I don't have time. Which means I have to play here. And then I'm likely going to end up playing h6 pretty soon. Yeah, that's God, I wish it would allow me to have that there, have my move made, and then still draw stuff. I disagree with that feature. So if you push there, what that move does is it weakens that, and these pawns can begin marching. But march all you want, little soldiers. I'll make your life unpleasant. It's going to basically be about breaking up these two pawns. The good thing is, unless I just make a mistake, which I won't, you're never going to be able to get a third pawn. What's going on? Jake from Applebee's. There's Jake from State Farm. There's Jake from Applebee's. Both should be equally famous. What are you doing? What are you doing, Jake? this is over. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, responded to all of those. Okay, I got my bullet back. I believe my last stream I got it to 2010, then I went down, and here I am again. I'll be 2100 in bullet, not in a pretty short amount of time. I mean, the risk of downward spiraling is so not worth it. I got to get control. Okay, 1948. Yeah. And I did do a few nice puzzles at work. I only did 2. I guess I did. Let's look at those, and then I'm done. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I would call it an intermediate puzzle. Okay, black to move. Okay, immediately you have to understand that you're mated. Like you can't allow that. The block doesn't work because the knight check, and the queen can't do anything because of the queen pinning. So it's mate, and the white king is controlling the h7 square. So basically, you're going to look at 2 checks here, and I'm going to talk in like super beginner terminology. I don't know if it's the right thought process or not, but here, if you don't see the full puzzle, which is a bad habit to get into, immediately understand you're going to have to go sideways anyway. Obviously, if you go here, no blocks work. You don't want to give your queen away because then I'll promote and get my own queen. You don't want to use your knight because then I'll do the same thing. Well, would I? Forget. There, and then take, and then queen, and then boom. Okay, so yeah, you would. Yeah, so here you would just hide. And then I'll end up here. You'll go back, and I have to do the same thing, which is check from the side. Because now, suddenly, you can't do that because I have the fork. Well, no, I wouldn't have the fork. I would have the promotion with check. So you can't go to the H file. Since you can't go to the H file, you have to go there, which is the answer. From here, you obviously can't use your queen. I'll take them with the queen. There is no other option but to run on the G file. And once you've done that, I have a check. Very important to not think you have anything clever there. Force the queens to be traded. Promote. And that is the solution. In my opinion, once you become competent at all, you got to understand opening or early middle game positions. The knight comes out. It happens a lot in speed chess at the lower levels. The knight can take and retreat to capture. So, like when these bishops are doubling up, the knight comes. Oh, you capture something, you get the knight back. But yeah, now I see a piece, and I have double pressure, only one defender. Just think situations like that. You're seeing how the knight can work. So I'm taking the knight, obviously. And now, yeah, sure, you have double pressure and only have one defender of my bishop. But what can I attack? And is that bishop attacking anything when it takes? No, it's not. Which is basically the answer. I take. And then sure, you can take back. And if I were to take, and then queen takes, that's just an even exchange. But after all that happens, my knight has a piece that is trapped. The only question should be, that's automatic, that little sequence. Do I take now? Or after I hit the bishop? Either way is probably white's advantage, but of course there's an obvious answer. Oh, I guess just losing. Yeah. Oh yeah, because then, well, I'm not even looking deep enough. Because then you have a target. That's right. So here, problem is not so much that you're only getting a pawn, it's that when black takes, black has a target. So no good. Makes it even easier. So if you want that, which I guess is still the best move somehow. To me, it would be better to continue the puzzle that way. Not hard, but makes you think a little bit. There's no thinking involved here. Yeah. So now we're gonna get the rook. Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. Please challenge me at the Late Blooming Chess Prodigy on chess.com. I'm gonna get some rest.